Hey everyone, it's Ben Hardy here, and in today's video, we'll be looking at the Nissan Frontier King Cab. A lot of you requested it. Here we are. Before we get in this video, a huge shout out and thank you to the Ken Garf Nissan here in Salt Lake for some time with this Frontier. Link to their website in the description down below. Ask for Paul if you have any questions. Link to my car buying guide as well. Let's get into it. Under the hood, we have a 3.8 liter V6 that goes through a 9-speed automatic transmission. Fuel economy 17 around town and then 21 on the highway, with power outputs being 310 horsepower and then 281 pound-feet of torque. Now, before we move forward with this review, I do want to mention if you want to see more videos just like this, then I recommend you subscribe because I post content every single day. Now, this one is an SV. I've already reviewed this package, but I'll give you guys some quick highlights on the new SV. So first off, you've got the nostrils here with the new Frontiers. I actually like it. Some people have commented they don't like it, but you know, to each their own. Sometimes. Anyways, turn signal indicators, pretty cool. And then you can see here with the metallic gray, I think that looks good. You got recovery points there at the bottom. And then the SV is gonna have nicer wheels compared to the base model. It's got like metallic gray there with the wheels. And then this is where you guys can see the King Cab. Don't worry, we'll get inside, but here's kind of like the side profile. So you just have the one handle that pops out, so it kind of changes the whole design or look of the design. And then you still get leaf springs here with this new Frontier. They haven't changed that at all. And then you do get a bigger bed with the King Cab. And by the way, you actually can get this bigger bed with the Crew Cab. I will do a review in the near future on one of those. I think you guys really like it. But the SV also gets these cool taillights here. And then tailgate is dampened. A little bit too much apparently. What the heck? But yeah, plenty of space. I think it's like a 6-foot bed in terms of length, for those of you who are wondering. It's easy to lift up. Apparently it doesn't want to pop down. But yeah, this will lead us to the King Cab. Interesting. You can actually like kind of see inside a little bit. But yeah, the front door opens up normally. So that's pretty standard. You got like nice soft touch trim here down below where you're going to rest your arm, all of that. Notice the window's automatic. Got blind spot monitoring with the mirrors. Now with the King Cab, you've got this other handle that you just pull. Seatbelts attached to the door in normal kind of like small truck cab fashion. We've got some storage down below. And then we've got these jump seats is what I'm going to call them, because yeah, they're pretty tight. You can see there's a little bit of storage underneath, little seats. And I think this is kind of just a storage area in general, but we'll squeeze back there. So bear with me. Ugh. Yeah, I can't even fit. So yeah, I mean, maybe you could fit a person back there, but I cannot even, yeah, I just can't fit back there. I guess if I put the front seat forward, like really far forward, I might be able to kind of squeeze back there. Yeah, it's a place for little kids. That's the King Cab. You'd think that it would be big because like King, you think like king size bed, but no, with cabs, I guess it means that it's smaller, which is weird. But yeah, we'll quickly pop in here. So I'll close this up. Pretty cool with the gauge cluster set up. So this still has the bigger infotainment system that comes with the new Frontier. It's regular backup camera. Got the giant Frontier logo down below. 2-speed transfer case. You can turn off auto stop start if you want, but it does come with that feature. Then you also have parking sensors built in. You got like your shifter for the 9-speed, which is pretty cool. Manual mirror dimmer. And then if you're wondering, the rear glass in this is fixed. But this has some niceties, right? Like the dash trim's pretty nice. The cloth seats, but they, you know, they feel pretty cool. But overall, this is kind of like a more more baseline setup. Anywho, this leads us to the window sticker. So 2025 SV King Cab. So you got all the standard equipment. There's a few options added to this, but not, well, actually credits. Never mind, they're anti-options. Those darn anti-options. $39,335 is total MSRP. So pretty affordable for a truck. But let's take it out and see how it performs. On segway visibility before you set off. Here's visibility of the hood. Both mirrors do a blind spot monitoring. And through the rear. And let us set off. Let me guys think so far about the refreshed Frontier. I'm actually really digging it. I love the look of the new Pro 4X. Again, I know some people are torn on the nostrils, but I think it's pretty cool looking for a midsize. But excuse me, man, out of nowhere. Let us set off. No sneezes today, and then all of a sudden, for no reason, of course when I start filming too. Yeah, smooth. I think the ride with the crew cab might be a little bit better than the king cab. It's not a huge difference. That's pretty typical from what I've noticed. And I think it's less about the wheelbase length and more so about the weight distribution. When you have a smaller cab and more bed, you're gonna have even more of the weight distributed. I don't know what this person's doing. You're gonna have more of the weight distributed up front because the bed's gonna be lighter. And so what that kind of feels like is the back end kind of bounces around even more. And you just notice that with long bed trucks in general, but especially longer bed trucks with shorter cabs. So it's not bad. It's fine with the ride if you ask me. Just not quite as comfy. And especially when you compare it, like the Pro 4X actually I think is the best riding Frontier because of those Bilstein shocks that it has. It actually helps out quite substantially with the overall damping. So it's an interesting setup. I'll wait for this next person. They're driving super slow. I probably should have gone. Oh, that's why they're driving slow. Their light was turning. But solid. Still has solid power. I like the 3.8 liter V6. It's a nice powertrain. It's a nice powertrain. Let's turn this up a little bit. Oh, it's not even on. No wonder. It's hot in here. So overall, the king cab, it saves you some money on the price of the truck. And if you're not going to use the back seats, yeah, it's nice. It's a nice little storage area. But I would see it as a storage area. It's like the old school trucks where, unless you're going to contort your kid and throw them in the back, it's not really a nice seating place. And I'm sure some of you will have fond memories of being a little kid and just having like your knees shoved up to your face sitting in the back of one of these smaller cab pickup trucks. But yeah, it's cool they still make it. I will say it's cool they still make it, but yeah, most people the crew cab's gonna make more sense in terms of utility and all of that. And oh man, this is not gonna be fun to park. Yeah, let me see if I can find somewhere else. But either way, let me know what you guys think about the king cab configuration and just in general the new Frontier. I've kind of already gone on my rant before, but I'll just bring it up again. Nissan. Please bring back the Xterra. This new Frontier is such a good platform, but there's a lot of people, like myself included, right? That's the SUV I drive. I don't really need a pickup truck right now, because especially with these modern body on frame SUVs, like that thing right there, that Grenadier, that tows almost 8,000 pounds. And it has an interior that you can spray out like a Wrangler. And so anything that I would need a truck for, I can actually just use that for. So yeah, the point I'm trying to make is that right there, that Rock Creek, it's cool, but it's not enough for those of us that want, you know, a rugged SUV. And so I just think that Nissan has a really good platform here with this Frontier. V6, hydraulic steering, body on frame. It's just a really solid setup. It drives really well. But I feel like they're shortcutting themselves by not building a pickup truck, or not building a pickup truck, not building an SUV. I mean, if you look at it and you look at manufacturer sales, pickup trucks obviously do sell really well here in the US, but when a manufacturer builds an SUV, it seems like the SUVs almost always outsell I mean, it depends on the size category. In this size category, I would say that the SUVs usually outsell the pickup trucks. If we were a full size, then that would be different, right? Full size, the pickup trucks outsell the SUVs typically. But wish me luck on this parking situation. It's always tight here in Salt Lake. But either way, let me know what you guys think about the King Cab. Let me know what you guys think about the Frontier platform. I think that Nissan seriously needs to stop sleeping on the, you know, the concept of building a new Xterra. They need to just do it. Do it. They'll sell a bunch of them. They'll sell way more Xterras than they will these Frontiers. I guarantee it. That's all.